Congratulations, Chiwetel, on an amazing performance, an incredible film, and the story of Solomon Northup I was completely unfamiliar with, and I feel bad about that. Did you know his story?
I didn't.
No,
I didn't know his story at all, and like you, I was really surprised when when I read the screenplay. I spoke to Steve. He sent me the screenplay, and when I read it, I thought, well, they must have really adapted a lot of this autobiography in order to get the screenplay out of it. It must be they must have really gone in and reworked a whole lot of it because otherwise I'd know this story. You know, it's impossible that this story is like in there. And then I went back and read the autobiography, and of course this is his story, and it's it's what happened to him, and it's amazing.
You apparently expressed some reluctance to do this at first. Did you feel kind of overwhelmed by the story, or what was it that maybe kept you from wanting to do it?
I felt, I felt the responsibility of it. You know, I felt the responsibility of telling Solomon Northup's story, and the necessity of that being, of getting it, of getting it as real to the truth as you possibly can get, for him and for his descendants, and also the responsibility of telling that story about slavery from inside the slave experience, which I had never seen before, and I felt that, and so it just took me a moment to I couldn't sort of immediately be like, yeah, let's go, I just needed to kind of reflect on that a little bit and try and see what I could bring to that story and how I could meet Solomon at some point.
Quick questions, quick answers.
Okay.
Has anybody in the business ever asked you to change your name?
Not for years.
What was it, though? What did they
Oh, no,
want
they
it to
did
be?
come up with any suggestions.
Brock Whitley.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my idea.
Yeah.
2, is there actually, truly a conspiracy for every British actor to take every American role?
Oh, I see. Yeah, we have a little meeting downstairs in Park Lane.
And finally, are you prepared for the incredible onslaught of people talking about you and that award that shall go nameless right now?
Because
it's going to happen. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. I'm deeply proud of this film, and I'm loving the fact that people are responding to it, warmly. So I'm happy.
You've played your share of villains, I guess you would say, in the past, but you can't call Epps a traditional villain. He's a human being first, and I guess that's how you had to approach it.
Absolutely. That's exactly the end. To sort of. And Steve was like, he was like we were talking on the early phases, and it was like the Patsy thing, that was like really sort of focus on that and work out of that relationship and the complexity of Epps within that, the fact that he's in love with Patsy, and he can't handle that, and so, that was really the core of the character, and the complexity of that relationship and that conflict within him. He's not the brightest guy out there, and so he doesn't really know how to process these emotions that he has towards her.
We've dealt with a lot of heavy stuff here, so I'm going to ask you at least one light question here, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Although I particularly think it's insidious.
Okay.
And Chiwetel actually confirmed for me that there is a conspiracy for UK-based actors to take all the American roles. Is it true?
Yes, we're working on it. Slowly but surely.
Same thing. And there's like meetings and everything? It's very
well
there's organized.
Meetings. It's a very cloak and dagger situation.
All right,
in fact, I'm going to have to kill you now.
I'm blowing the lid off. Said, no, you've got it on tape, right? Michael Fassbender said he's going to kill me. Why do I take such pleasure in that? Congratulations on everything.
Thank you. Cheers.